Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm good. How are you? Happy Sunday.
Yes, we're back, and it's Sunday. It's not Saturday. We are back. Last week's show was a little weird and a little crazy. It was live on a Saturday, and we did a Summerslam show, and our chat got a little weird. So hopefully today, not the same thing. But it's Sunday, and you know what time it is, or you know what that means. And I'm your host, Tony Twist. This is ATW, All Things Wrestling Podcast, and as always, joined by Miss. That's your cue.
Hey, Liz. Good morning.
You all right? You awake?
I did say it.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Are you?
I just heard you just now, but it was like a long delay.
You're the one lagging.
Like, what? I'm lagging? Is it my video?
No. Yeah.
Or are you just really high?
I think it's you.
Are you just really high?
No, definitely not me.
Oh, okay. Well,
no,
I'm not
it's not
high.
Me.
Shit. All right. Well, let's start this over. Good morning, Kenny. And he's saying Liz is tired. So I don't know. Kenny's calling you out.
I am tired. I went to the safari yesterday, so it was a long day of walking, but it was good. I'm so sad I didn't take my Apple Watch, so I didn't track my freaking goddamn steps. Like,
oh my goodness.
What the fuck? So, but yes, I did that. And then after that, we went down to Old Town San Diego, and I got to go on a ghost tour. Pretty cool.
Ghost? Did you see any ghosts?
A ghost? No. No, but I'm really sensitive to energies. So I ended up going, one of the locations that I went to, I kind of felt a little like weird, but I was just trying to brush it off. I was like, maybe it's just me. It's just hot, because it was still kind of like in the afternoonish. So it was still pretty warm. So I was just like trying to just brush it off, like whatever. So I was like, but after that, when I started kind of like rethinking like what I was experiencing, I was just like, it wasn't normal, but I was just like, whatever. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't like really scary. You would say it was just taking us to historical places and just talking about its stories from like the late 18 to early 1900s. So it wasn't like, anything recent, like where, so-and-so here died and, none of that.
None of that.
Or was it like no serial killer shit? No, it wasn't like that. So I was pretty disappointed. But overall, it was good. It was cool. I liked it. But yes, I am tired, Kenny, because I had a good day yesterday. So.
Well, that is great. Sounds like a very exciting day. Did you see any cool animals?
I saw my favorite type of animals. Well, a giraffe and elephants are my favorite. Aside from that, nothing too crazy. I mean, it was just what I expected it to be. I've been to the zoo before, so I was like, okay, so I've been wanting to go to the safari for like ever. I had seen videos and stuff like that about it, that you can take like a little tram or like a little bus and things like that. We took a tram, which wasn't the same. It was like a 20-minute tram ride. And then when I looked into the website, I think there's like a secondary tour. It's like a 2-hour tour that take you all on and about. So I think I'm going to do that next time. But this time we walked around the whole entire park just to know the area. I've never been there before. So It was a good experience, and it was a nice walk. If anybody is going to the San Diego Safari, I recommend comfy shoes and bring your own. I brought my own little tub of water because it was hot as hell.
You say like tub of water?
Yeah, like a little thing. It wasn't even, I literally wasn't even carrying like a water bottle. Like I took a whole little thing and I freaking wrapped it around and I was carrying it.
You said tub, so I was thinking like I'm picturing a tub. Like
no, not a tub.
You
No,
said
like
tub
one
of water.
thing, not like a tub, like that. You feel me? But that.
All right. All
But
right.
I recommend water. You can take your own snacks, so that's cool. We took a little backpack with our own snacks. But I
Nice.
recommend comfy shoes because it's a lot of walking and it's a lot of uphill, downhill things. So it was a
Yeah.
good experience. So I recommend it if you ever come.
Right. Right. I've always wanted to go. That was the San Diego Zoo, or are you saying that was something
The
else?
San Diego Safari, San
Oh.
Diego Zoo Safari Park. That's what it's called.
Oh.
They're both like linked up together, like they're it's
Right.
thing, but they're separate parks. The San Diego Zoo is one thing, and then the Safari Park is another. But I went to the Safari
Okay.
Park. I
Nice.
haven't been to San Diego Zoo. I've been to LA Zoo. It's pretty
Right.
small.
Well, Random Rick says, "What's up, wrestling fans? Good morning,
What's
Random Rick.
up? Good
Not sure where you're
morning.
located at, but hopefully the chat doesn't get too crazy today because last week it
Good
got weird.
morning.
Yeah,
Good
it got
morning or
weird.
afternoon, wherever you're
It's morning
located.
for us, but afternoon for a lot of people, I guess.
I know that's so crazy. They're
Is that
already in the
creepy?
future. No, I'm just kidding. No,
They're
I'm
in the
saying that's so
future.
crazy.
Oh, you
They're in
said
the future.
creepy.
No,
I
I'm
was like,
just
what's
playing.
creepy about that?
I'm just saying. It's like Australia. They're in the future. They're in tomorrow, I think, already.
Right. Well, anyways, I don't know. We're
Not
not.
the-
This is not a show about time travel, so we're gonna avoid
anyway,
talking about that.
I know. Oh my God. So, oh my God, let's talk about SummerSlam. I know we did our predictions, so definitely did not go how we expected it to be.
No, it did not.
But
But
it was amazing. It
it
was great.
was.
It was I
Let's get
like I
your take
said,
on it. Get your take on it.
like I had said, I wasn't too excited for it until until Triple H was named head of creatives. I was
Hmm.
like, okay, he's about to, hit us with like, of course, he only had to play with whatever Vince had already built up. So I thought he did well for what he had. And dude, what the fuck? Like how it started out with a fucking bang. I was so fucking happy. I was happy. Yes, I didn't want Bailey to come back until Royal Rumble, but the way that she returned is exactly how I want NXT superstars to freaking debut. And it's exactly how I talked about it. Getting somebody from the main roster, going to NXT, picking them up, taking them to the main roster, introducing them. And I think the one thing that I'm loving right now is that WWE is reintroducing Io Sky, I guess you can say, and Dakota. They're reintroducing them and showing their highlights from NXT so that people can get hyped on why people reacted that way at SummerSlam. So I loved it. I loved how it started, and I love their returns. And I'm super excited to see what is going to be of the women's division because, like we were talking about, there is one particular brand that is kind of lacking, that that little, I don't know, like that little spice, that sizzle. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm so happy. I hope that the women's division gets split evenly. So I'm just excited. But overall, SummerSlam was great. I loved it. I love Logan Paul. Like I said, he was impressive. He was really impressive. I knew he was gonna come out with some shit, but that dude went over the top. I would have never, even if they had trained me to go in SummerSlam and be like, okay, you're gonna have your moment, you're gonna have the. I would have never taken that fucking goddamn leap, and he did it like a pro. So congrats to him. But overall, it's a great show. It was a great
Well,
show.
we definitely got Liz's take on it. She's saying, "Great show, great show, great show."
It was a great show. I was
It was
amazed. Like
definitely
I
the
was
best show.
shook.
It was definitely the best show they put on in quite a while.
It's
Triple
making me
H,
excited.
yeah, no, it was solid. It was probably one of the better shows they put on in I don't even know how long, but you can tell the company's definitely taking a different direction and where they're headed, how they're going. Um, what did you think? Let's just kind of fast forward. What did you think of the main event with Brock and Roman?
Like I had mentioned in previous weeks, I knew that this match was going to be different. I had a feeling it was going to be different. Everybody's like, oh, it's going to be the same old thing, blah 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 blah. But I feel like this kind of like top Roman, like this just gave Roman a little cherry on top to his ice cream sundae. But I was so disappointed. Stop. I was
Really?
disappointed.
You're
Yes,
disappointed? Tell
because
me why.
I really wanted Lesnar to take it. I don't know
Right?
why. But then again, I kind of I want them to just split these titles. I don't want Roman to hold both. I don't want them to be unified. I want them to be split. I want their own brands to have their own champion. So I was pretty disappointed in the fact that Lesnar didn't take it because I wanted him to take it. But and then I kind of started seeing a lot of people saying that it was his kind of final hurrah in a way. I don't know how true that is. And I really hope it's not, but if it is, damn, that dude went out with a fucking bang because it really made Brock Lesnar look like a freaking beast. Um I think like that those last couple shots that Roman was taking, trying to keep him down, I was just like, no, no. When he got up, and I was like, okay. And then he hit him like right again. I'm just like, no. So that kind of got my little, got me off of that got me on the edge of my seat a little bit. But
So
we all
hold
knew
on.
Roman was gonna win. We all knew Roman was going to win. I know that. 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 We all know it. We all know it.
Hold
I
on
was
though.
just
This is something that nobody's talking about, right? I watched every second of that match, but here's something that nobody has brought up, nobody has talked about. When Brock had Roman down, I don't know, maybe it was closer towards the end of the match, but I think it was before they raised the ring up. I'm trying to remember when it was, but there was a spot where Roman was down for at least 15 seconds. Paul Heyman came over and interrupted and was trying to hand Brock the belts. Do you remember that part of the match?
yeah.
So Roman was down for 15 seconds, but for some reason, the referee stopped counting. He counted to like 5 or 6, and then Heyman came over, interfered, but the ref stopped counting. And I'm like yelling at the TV. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, he's down for 10 seconds. The match should have been over right then and there. No one's talked about this. No one's brought this up. I think it's kind of BS, but whatever. That's just me, I guess. I was
Damn. I didn't even
very
catch
upset
that.
about that. Yeah, go back. If you go back and watch the match, it's the part where Heyman, I think it's right
Yeah.
before he gets F5 onto the table.
Okay.
But Roman's
Damn.
down for at least 15 seconds.
So Roman is down. He's counting. The ref is counting.
And then
He
he
gets to
stops.
6, and then he stops while Heyman is distracting Brock Lesnar. That's fucking
But
sucks.
meanwhile, Roman is still on the ground. He never gets up.
That's trash.
Right?
Oh, hell no.
So to me, I pay attention to everything. I watch everything, right? So it's like, I caught that and I'm like, all right, Brock Lesnar could have legitimate beef, come back later again and be like, I
Yeah.
beat you. You were down for X amount of time. And then kind of rewinding, going back during that match, I had this conversation with Kenny, I think, from the Call Up podcast. So, Theory technically never cashed in his money in the bank.
Like I had said.
He didn't cash it in. He was about to cash it in. They never officially did his cash in. So, he is still Mr. Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
And Roman technically got beat. Sorry, but he did. So I'm just putting it out there. I could get all the hate. People say I'm a Brock boo or whatever the hell people want to say, but Roman was
Definitely
fair and square.
I agree with cue the instant replay. Why didn't you get the footage out?
Well, I'm not that advanced over here. I don't have the Go back and watch it.
Boy,
trust me. I'm not that high.
At least get us the time frames.
Yeah, right? I should have been better prepared. Well,
At
maybe
least.
it'll make you go back and watch the whole match. It was a good match. But trust me, Paul Heyman came over, handed Brock the belts, and be like, just take them. And the stupid ref fucking stopped counting. And I'm like, why would the ref stop counting? That doesn't make any sense. So it could definitely be an angle. Random Rick says, I'm spreading lies. I'm not spreading lies. It happened. Right. Go back and watch it. I don't know when it happened. It happened.
I'm not associated with this lie, so
What do you mean? That you said you wanted Brock to win anyways?
I wanted, yeah, exactly. I want him to win, but fair and square.
He won fair and square. He had Roman down.
According not to the referee.
Well, the
Referee's
stupid
playing
ref, for some reason, stopped counting like an idiot. I don't know why. So, whatever. Theory's still Mr. Money in the Bank, and Paul Heyman messed up the match. Brock Lesnar should be the champ, and WWE.
If I got anything right from my prediction was the fact that Theory was not going to successfully cash in. I knew it. I knew he was not going to cash in. There was no way. There was no way that he was going to do it. I knew that they were going to beat the shit out of each other and like all of that stuff, but there was no way Theory was going to successfully cash in. I'm like, if he would have, I think he would have lost. And then he would have been in the same column as his hero, John Cena, of not successfully cashing in Money in the Bank.
Well, is there anything else that stood out from SummerSlam that you want to talk about? I know you already kind of gave your insight about Logan Paul, Bailey.
McAfee was fucking awesome.
Yeah, McAfee was pretty solid.
I was watching. I probably missed like the beginning of it, kind of, because I was already like on my way to the SummerSlam party, and because I was at this place, like I wasn't like really like focused on watching the match. I was high as shit too. And then I was sitting in the back, and then I didn't have my glasses, so
you're like, I don't know what's going on.
I just see blobs just doing this. But no, overall, I kind of did rewatch it when I got home. I think like the following day I tried to watch it again. But overall, I think aside from that, what else stood out for me from Edge returned. We have Edge return. I was kind of, I honestly, I understand him helping the Mysterios, and we knew that if the Mysterios took it, it was going to be on the help of somebody. But I am upset at the fact that they ended up winning the match. I love the Mysterios, but I did not want them, or they did not need this match. I feel like Judgment Day needed to win this match in order to solidify Judgment Day as like what they're trying to bring it to. So I feel like that's where they kind of like messed up. Like, yes, they should have, he should have assisted them, but I don't think that they should have won. I think that Judgment Day should have done like something a little dirty just to win this match. But overall, aside from that, I think I'm cool on SummerSlam talk.
You're cool on SummerSlam. Is that like next subject? We're changing the subject.
Yeah, I think.
Well, the surprises didn't stop with SummerSlam. Fast forward to Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was a pretty solid show, I would say, post SummerSlam. But I think the big news of the week, something I'm really excited about. The big news is that Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, and his drop dead gorgeous, maybe the most beautiful woman on the planet, Scarlett Bordeaux.
Oh shit, the chancla, your wife's throwing it at you.
They showed up on SmackDown because it looks like Drew McIntyre is he's challenging Roman at the next one, which is Clash at the Castle or whatever. Mm-hmm. But at the end of SmackDown, McIntyre was coming out to confront Roman, and then he gets jumped by Karrion Kross, who looked amazing, by the way. And I am really excited for that. This is a guy that totally got the shit end of the stick when he came up from NXT, former NXT champion. This guy's got the look and everything, and their whole gimmick with him and his wife, and like everything top to bottom. This guy's got the look of a champ. So I'm sorry, nothing against Drew, but I just don't see Drew really beating Roman Reigns. And I'm not big on Drew McIntyre anyways. I think if somehow they add Karrion Kross into the mix, or if Karrion Kross just terrorizes maybe Roman Reigns and the Usos and Drew McIntyre just for the next month, I think that would be pretty cool too. So what's your take on that?
I I'm a huge Carrion and Scarlett fan. Huge fan. I love them both. I love them as singles competitors and I love them together. And I was so happy. I didn't watch it live, so I was so upset that I saw all the spoilers
Right.
on social media. But when I did get to see it, oh dude, I am so freaking happy that Triple H is in charge, and the first thing he did was bring back Karrion Cross. And as Karrion Cross, like former NXT champion Karrion Cross, like it's not like what they were trying to do before he got released. So, and I
Yeah,
feel
that was
like
like some stupid gladiator bullshit. What was
yes,
that? Who
I
came
don't
up with
know.
that garbage?
I think it was Vince.
Probably.
Pretty sure it was Vince. But everything that he did, I think he took well advantage of his time out of WWE in the indie scene right after being released.
Right.
I know he took his time off. Him and Scarlett took his time off when they were, trying to when they were doing their marriage and things like that. But aside from that, he took well advantage of the indie scene. So I don't know. I feel like we're getting Killer Cross onto the TV. I feel like they're not bringing what they were trying to do before, what Vince was trying to do. We're getting what Triple H did in the Black and Gold era, and then we're getting what, on top of that, adding on to what he was doing into the indie scene. So I'm really excited for Karrion Cross to be back, especially with Scarlett, because I know when he got added onto the main roster, Scarlett was nowhere with him.
Yeah, it was
Um,
so stupid.
so I know I for them to split them, like no, like if you have to see them both together, like where you see Carrion, you see Scarlet, or you see Scarlet, you see Carrion Cross, or Killer Cross, or Cross, whatever it is. But wherever you see them, you see them together. You can't split them up. He just they I don't know I love this whole vibe that they were giving, the attack on Drew. Like I said, I'm a Drew fan, but this I'm excited for. I like you said, if he terrorizes both of them for the next month, I would be happy when if he's fucking with both of them. But I really hope, like I said, I hope that they split those championships because of course when Cody comes back, he's gonna take one of those titles, and I expect Karrion Cross to stay on top. So just saying.
The rumor is, speaking of that, the WWE, I'm reading some wrestling news here while we're on the show, is the WWE is considering splitting the world titles. So going back to a Raw and SmackDown champion. Um, I personally think they just need to take away two belts and just make it one belt, and the world champ should really just go on both shows. I don't think each show should have their own world champion. I think that's kind of stupid. So
I don't think they
I
should
think they
have
should go to
one
one belt.
champion. I don't think they should have one champion and have them to go on both shows.
Why? Tell me why.
I don't know. I just wouldn't.
You
I,
mean you don't know?
I wouldn't want to see that. I would want to see one. I would want to see two dominant champions, like especially when it comes to Survivor Series. Like I understand that's one pay-per-view of the year,
Mhm.
but you have to build up two strong people in order for them to go up against each other
But
eventually.
why though? I think they need
Uh,
to. But this whole brand thing, I think it's so overdone, and it's definitely a Vince thing.
well,
I think
yeah.
I think we need to kill this whole. There's got to be a Raw champion and a SmackDown champion. Back in the day, they just had one, universal or unified world champ. They should change up the belt, do one belt, world champ goes
Okay, they're
back
gonna
and
do
forth.
that with the. Are they gonna do that with the tag team championships as well? Then
I
just
think
have
they
one
should.
tag team,
I think they should. I think they should
one
have
women's.
one women's, one tag team, one men's, and then the intercontinental, and then like the U.S. champ. Maybe they can stay on one show versus the other, or who cares about the brand and everybody just on both shows. I mean, that's how it used to be, and I
One.
like it better that way because I don't want to feel like, hey, I gotta watch one show over the other, or whatever the case may be. I like just have everybody on both shows.
You can, but then we're going back to what AEW is doing right now and what people don't like about it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things about AEW that people don't like right now. Fucking Tony Khan has got to be shaking in his little size 7 shoes because
Why?
because he's seeing Karrion Kross show back up on WWE. WWE is totally heading in a different direction, and there's a lot of rumors about guys jumping
A
back
lot of
to
people.
WWE. But then there's guys that have been sitting on the sidelines for a while that haven't done anything, like Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, whatever his name is, Wyndham Rotunda. That guy's not showing up anywhere. Adam Scherr, former Braun Strowman, started their own wrestling organization. I think that took a shit because I haven't seen anything about it. So, what was it? Create your own narrative or some stupid bullshit or whatever they had going on. So I think that's done. And there was a guy,
They're still doing shows. They're doing shows. They're just not televised. We don't expect them to
I
be
haven't even seen
televised.
anything on like any kind of social media presence for it either. So, what's that guy's name? The big guy. That's his name was like E squared or what was it?
EC3.
EC3, E squared, EC3, something like that. That guy had a hell of a look, but probably he looked like he had the charisma of a rock. So that's I think that's why he didn't go anywhere. But there was guys in that organization. They had Killer Cross or Karrion Kross trying to bring him over to that, but he probably saw, oh, this is bullshit. Whatever they were
It's
trying
just
to do.
different. I think it's just different.
But I don't know. What do you think about what do you think Tony Khan's gonna do now? What do you think his next move's gonna be?
I think
a lot of guys hurt.
I think he's gonna pick a lot of buttons, especially because I think when Triple H got announced, if I'm not mistaken, when Triple H got announced, he let it be known that Adam Cole had a 5-year contract with AEW.
Right.
I think so. So I'm pretty sure like this dude's like he knows that a lot of people are not gonna switch off because they are in contract, but those people that are close to being out of contract because they can't come to a new agreement, depending on who they are, he might be a little bit more competitive of wanting to keep them. So shit, kudos to them because they're getting the better half of the thing right now because they have options.
Right.
Even more if WWE or Triple H is willing to consider having them on the show, or consider giving them an offer. So I think it's going to be a little bit more competitive on both ends, especially for Tony Khan. WWE, of course, it's WWE. Who doesn't want to go to WWE if they offer you, no matter what you heard, especially for people that haven't been there. They're like, oh, well, some people have good experience, some people have bad experience. I'll never know until I try. And some people would be willing to make that jump. So I think it's going to be a little competitive for both of them, especially for Tony Khan, a little bit stressful. But maybe it's going to get his roster to kind of shred down a little bit and give opportunity to other people to go to other shows. So I think Tony Khan is going to start a war on Twitter. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe start a war on your actual fucking show that like Rampage. I guess people are like walking out like on Rampage. That was like
I heard
the last
Dynamite.
show.
Dynamite? Was it? Oh yeah, right.
No,
Rampage last week. Last week.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people walked out.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If you had a wish list, who do you want to see either back in WWE or in WWE for the first time?
Oh, damn. I don't know. I had to think about that one. Who would you like?
Well, definitely the Fiend, right? I want the Fiend back in WWE because the way they ended his run was fucking horrible.
Oh my god, did you see the meme that I posted on my story?
What? Say that again?
There was a meme about that, how they ended his shit. You know how they burned him?
Yeah.
Have you seen my story?
Fuck, no, I haven't seen that one.
You gotta watch me. You gotta see my story after this. Go ahead.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, so the Fiend I want to see back. I was never really big on Braun Strowman, so I don't really care about seeing him back in WWE. Um, I wouldn't mind seeing Miro or Rusev, whatever you want to call him, back in WWE. I think he's totally been misused in AEW, and they even did an interview with him, Sim saying that he had it better when he was in WWE, just recently. So you got a lot of guys coming out speaking against Tony Khan. I think the big question mark over one particular individual is like, well, first of all, where the fuck is he? MJF. Where's MJF? They totally dropped the ball on this angle. It's like lost all its momentum. That whole promo he did, he's been MIA since. Like, what are they doing with this? I don't understand what the fuck they totally dropped the ball.
I don't know if it's them, because I don't know if you've seen reports that people can't even get a hold of him. His own friends can't get a hold of him. Like, this dude just went MIA. Like, he just took a trip and not wrestling, not doing nothing. So I don't really think it's also on AEW's part, like, for people to blame him, like, you know.
Well, I'm not saying that, but I'm like, somebody they need to fix this shit. So it's like Tony Khan.
Well, if
he needs to just whip out his checkbook.
Answer the phone. I tried calling him too through Instagram. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I tried calling him too, like, yo, what's up? What's going on? Like, let me know. No, I'm just kidding.
If MJF somehow shows up in WWE, that'd be like probably one of the biggest mistakes Tony Khan's ever made.
That'd be crazy if he does.
And now I think you got a lot of guys nervous. Do you know about the whole Warner Media Discovery like merger? Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't.
So Warner Media and Discovery, I don't know. There's been mergers with, like, so who owns like TBS and TNT and some of the other networks, HBO Max and all that. Like, there's been a lot of mergers. There's been a lot of cuts. Warner Brothers, it's not Warner Brothers anymore. It's Warner Media. They do all the DC movies, right? Like Batman, Superman, all that. So they were actually filming and almost done with the movie Batgirl, who Michael Keaton was in and everything. They actually pulled the plug on the movie. They stopped production, killed the movie, and it cost like probably a few $100 million, and they just say, fuck it, we're just going to shelf the movie. And then they're canceling TV shows, and now they're saying that AEW's TV contract is up in the air because it's over at the end of next year. So they got about a year and a half, less than a year and a half contract for TNT, TBS. They're saying that people are nervous that AEW, their TV shows could be on the chopping block. So, they could be looking for a new home for Rampage, for Dynamite. So we don't know if wrestlers are maybe getting nervous about that because of this possible change coming up. And Tony Khan, I don't know. He's brought in all these former WWE people and pushed a lot of the homegrown talent to the side. And I think MJF kind of being one of those people that really kind of got shit on. And I think Tony Khan should have just gave this guy whatever he wanted, honestly. Because if he leaves, he jumps ship to WWE, I think that's a really bad sign for AEW.
Damn.
But did you know about that with the TV contract?
I kind of knew a little bit about it. I remember seeing that Batgirl got pulled after spending $90 million on it. Yeah. I was like, holy shit, like, that's a lot of money, like, the fuck. But I did see that AEW was probably going to go to the Discovery Plus app. So I don't know how crazy it's going to be. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, if AEW had to switch networks, they wouldn't be the first to switch networks.
No, not at all. It happened in WWE.
WWE did it multiple times. They SmackDown and Raw have moved multiple times from network to network.
Right.
So I think it's just, of course, money talks. But then again, it's so many people are not really streaming live TV in a way, like through cable services, that everybody's starting to go to apps and all of that good stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if they end up going to the Discovery app. I have it, so it's okay.
I have it. It's okay. Well, they might be gone altogether off their.
But I hope not. I hope Tony Khan figures shit out. I mean, a year and a half, it might sound like a long time from now, but shit moves fast. So it's going to be, from one day to the next eventually. So hopefully he figures shit out. Let us know what channel ahead of time, please, so that I could set my DVR.
All right. Is there anybody in AEW that you could see leaving and jumping back to WWE? Could we see a Keith Lee, or what do you think about Miro? What about Miro? Any of these guys?
Maybe Miro, but maybe because he's not being used right now. So if they were to offer him like an opportunity to, get back to where either there or excel from where he was at in WWE, I'm pretty sure he would probably take that offer back. I wouldn't be surprised. But as for the newer people, or like the AEW homegrown, like you like to say,
like I like to say,
yeah.
Other people say it too. I mean, if you want to give me credit and maybe I made that up, I mean, I'll take it.
I haven't really I have heard other people say it, but not use it as much as you do. So, like you like to say.
What about Wardlow? Wardlow jumping to WWE. Oh man,
I don't know.
That'd be game over. Game over.
I wouldn't be mad. I'd be happy for him because I know he's wanted to go that route initially before AEW gave him an offer. But I don't know, like if Triple H is on top, maybe we can get a cool, but if Vince were to like in a way come back, because I don't know, I feel like he is. I feel like he's just waiting for all of this shit to die down, to kind of like, start putting his 2 cents back in, and letting it be known that his 2 cents are in there. I feel like they would use him or put him as how they have Bobby Lashley right now. Like Bobby Lashley is known for, like, you see him, you're like, okay, it's Bobby fucking Lashley. Like, this dude is, big, huge, athletic, and everything. But they don't have him in the main title right now. They have him in they have him with the United States title, which is a meaningful and very historical title. But I still think that Bobby Lashley should be, up there. I would replace maybe Bobby Lashley with Drew. Yeah. My opinion. So that's what I'm kind of like I don't know, like I if they would to do something very great or start doing great things with that roster and at least trying to upbring every single title, I would not be hesitant about having Wardlow at WWE. But I feel like he has more of a pop in AEW than he would in WWE right now.
You think so?
I think so.
I could see him. I could see him being a monster in WWE.
It's everybody's huge in WWE, so it's hard. Like these are all big ass dudes, so they all match each other. Like
right.
No one looks bigger. Like it's extremely, like you have to be massively huge. Like you have to look like Brock Lesnar
or Bobby Lashley. I mean, they're two big fucking
exactly dudes. For you to look like compared to everybody else, like they're all the same height. They're all like the same build. That you have to like be extremely like freaking huge for you to be like, oh, that dude's massive. And then you see them all up close, and they're all fucking massive. What the fuck? Right. Like Drew McIntyre, for example, the first time I ever saw him, like how he is now, live, I was just like, this dude is huge and ripped. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, compared to Brock Lesnar, like this dude looks, skinny and stuff. So I'm just like, what the fuck?
Well, he's like 6'6",
6'5".
right? Like
Yeah,
six.
he's like 6'5" or something like that.
I mean, that's a big fucking dude.
Exactly. I'm just like, it's so crazy. So crazy. TV.
So
But
where do you
anyway,
think AEW's? Where do you think AEW is going to do to maybe shake things up? Do you see them shaking anything up, or is Tony Khan too cocky and be like, "Nah, I'm good, I got this."
oh no, I really hope he does. I know he's right now starting to add the ROH. He's starting to add the ROH brand a little bit more onto TV. So maybe we can start getting things a little bit shaken up with other superstars that
Right.
are not like how everybody says are not all WWE prior, coming from all of that. Yeah, whatever's. I kind of got tongue tied. Um, but yes, I like that he's adding ROH now. So I know that he had initially bought it and people were like, well, what is he going to do with it? Blah, 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 blah. And then I think he was trying to build that up before trying to add it onto TV, and people were just, nitpicking on like, what are you going to do with it? Why are you not doing nothing with it? Why, like, all this, why? And I feel like this is the reason why. It's like he was building all of that up, all of these cards up, and then these prior pay-per-view, so that way they could be like, okay, this is the reason why I bought this brand, and now we're gonna add them on. So I feel like he's mixing it up a little bit with ROH. So I'm glad, I'm happy. Great freaking matches. Battle of the Belts was amazing. I don't know if you catched it yesterday.
I did not.
You didn't. It was great. Wardlow was amazing.
Wardlow, he's always amazing.
Wardlow was amazing. He was always amazing. But no, he had a great match with Jay Lethal. So that was fucking crazy. It's been a while since somebody has been able to get under my skin for attacking somebody that I liked. So I enjoyed that.
All right, so hold on. Before we go on to talking about beating up Wardlow, since you mentioned Jay Lethal. Let's talk about Ric Flair's farewell match.
Oh.
Did you catch it? Did you watch it? Did you see highlights of it?
No, I watched it. I was watching it.
So hold on. Before we jump into the match, did you hear about the embarrassing incident of Ric Flair afterwards?
Wait, which one?
She said which one? Like there was multiple. So he went, Ric Flair, styling and profiling, always partying 24/7. Old ass man really shouldn't be partying like that because he hasn't had the best health. He was so drunk at a strip club afterwards that he passed out in the bathroom while on the toilet. Like, this guy was dropping a deuce so fucking hammered, he fucking face first on the floor in a men's room at a strip club. Now, men's rooms are disgusting to begin with, but a men's room at a strip club has got to be, that's got to be below a truck stop, I think, personally. So this dude fucking passed out drunk at a strip club. I mean, the guy's almost fucking 80. Like, it's at what point is it like sad?
He's single. He's newly single.
No, he's back with his ex-wife. No,
he's back together.
Yeah.
I know she was supporting him through the whole thing of him wanting to get back in the ring, but I didn't know that they were back together.
But I mean, who cares if he's single or if he's with somebody? The point
he's
is
living life.
Fuck, you're gonna die. Like, was he trying to die after?
He has cheat death like 5 times.
So when are you like, all right, I'm just gonna chill?
9 lives, fuck it.
So his antics after the match have overshadowed now his final match.
He thought he was 22 again.
I think that's just sad though. It's not like it's not cool. It's not like
it's not, but you can't be mad at I mean, it's him, like, he's just living, like I said, he's living his life. Like, if he thinks that that's how he wants to go out and celebrate after his match, that he hasn't been in the ring, first, he's been retired for a longest time, like, and 2, this dude is old as hell, so he knows damn well that he wasn't going to be able to survive that whole entire match like how he did, back in his 30s. So the fact that he even got through the entire match without passing out, I would have fucking celebrated as well. I would have been at the strip club too. I'm just
All right.
saying. But
But would
I
you have
feel
passed out with your pants down around your ankles, face
shit
first? And
happens when you're drunk. It's nothing with the age. It's nothing with the age. I mean, if you can't hang, you can't hang. That's all I'm saying. But but I mean, shit happens when you're drunk. I face planted drunk a couple times. So I don't blame him. I get shit wasted too. I'm not 73, so I don't know what it feels like, but at
it
that
would feel.
age.
I would imagine it'd feel pretty awful at that age.
But we can't judge. I mean, like I said, he's living life. He probably thinks he's 22 again. He was feeling 22 that day. I mean, all that adrenaline, he got him pumping. So I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, I think it's disgusting. Yes, would I want to face plant in a nasty restroom where everybody is drunk, swinging their wieners around and hoping that they can make it into the toilet or the urinal? No, thanks. But I mean, you live and you learn.
All right. You heard it. You heard it here, folks. Liz said Ric Flair's just living his life. So let's talk about his match. What are your thoughts on his last and hopefully, for the love of God, last match?
I know a lot of people were trying to pay him off, right, to get him on to keep wrestling. But overall, I mean, I obviously is not our expectations were really, really high for Ric Flair. We all knew that he was gonna try to start the match, so we weren't surprised there. He had a great match. Andrade was amazing. He is always amazing. I think it was a beautiful moment. Like I had said, if he wouldn't have picked Andrade or if Andrade would have said no, he would have gone ahead and did it anyway. So I feel like Andrade doing it was, I think it was like, it was awesome to see for his in-law. What was his son-in-law?
That's his
Right?
son-in-law.
His son-in-law. So that's crazy. That was fun to see in that sense, even more, following them. I love Charlotte, so I love and I love Andrade. So but overall they were great. I of course I don't think Ric Flair should be in there. There was a couple times where I thought he was gonna pass out. When he was on the ropes, literally like trying to breathe or remember how to breathe and to save his own life on TV. Like I was just watching him like in the back after he tagged Andrade. I was just watching him in the back. I'm like, this dude is about to pass out, bro. Like somebody's gonna come out in a stretcher. They're already ready, probably with stretchers in the back. So I did expect him to kind of like pass out a little bit, or at least not be able to walk out. So I'm impressed that he did. So shit, that just shows a lot of commitment that he put into this match.
Right.
That's fucking crazy, bro. At his age, I mean, shit, Sting is doing it like, like nothing as well. This dude's still tossing himself from like 15 feet up in the air. That dude's fucking crazy. Like, I think that whole as generation is just fucking insane. But like overall, his match was it was okay. I wouldn't rate it a 5-star match. But
is this gonna open the door for other old guys to be like, hey, you know what?
I
need one more match too.
I really hope not. Even more because we saw all the Hall of Famers sitting ringside supporting him. So I'm just like, holy shit! I hope no one else gets any ideas.
Right,
bro. But what did you think of it?
I could have did without it. Could have definitely did without it. I mean, he's too old.
He is, but I mean, shit, I'm happy for him because
sure.
Like I said, I mean, in a way, we all knew that this match wasn't, like I said, it wasn't going to be a 5-star match. We all knew we were going to expect him to be tossing and turning and wooing and doing all of this stuff. Like we didn't expect him to do all of that. But I feel like overall, he did his best with what he got. There was some shit that I'm just like, y'all motherfuckers are selling. Like, don't fucking play.
Right.
There's a lot of oversells from Jay Lethal with Ric Flair. I was just like, bro, stop. Don't play me. But but it was fun. It was fun to see. Like I said, I enjoyed it because I mean I enjoyed every superstar in there. But I was just happy for Flair, for him just being able to say I'm gonna do it, and everybody saying no, 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 this, that, and everything, and him just being like, well, fuck it, you only live one fucking life. I'm gonna do
Right.
it, and that's it. And he did it, and he got through it, and this dude walked out of the fucking arena without a fucking problem. Well, I mean, his body was fucking aching and shit, but he walked out of that arena, with his head held high and knowing that he went along with it. He did it, and he did great. He didn't freaking pass out. Like that was my biggest fear. Like he was just gonna pass out, not
Well,
die. I was
there,
hoping that he would.
there you heard it. Ric Flair still alive. Maybe he's got one more in him. Who knows?
I hope not. No, don't do that.
Right?
I feel like that pay-per-view was just the coffin to the nail, no pun intended.
Right.
Wait, with the nail to the coffin. There we go.
The nail in the coffin. There you go. Don't put the coffin before the
No,
nail.
don't put the coffin before the nail.
I'm gonna make sure I get the audio clip of this.
Do not do that.
Well, anyways, so that's gonna do it for our show today. I know you got a big day planned, all kinds of fancy romantic stuff. Is that what's happening today? Because it's your anniversary. Happy anniversary!
Thank you. Yes, our anniversary. So we're kind of just spending our 2 days. We spend our weekends together, but usually we're with people and stuff like that. So this is our weekend to just be alone. Yesterday we spent it as well without our dogs. So it was just us. So yeah. So today we're gonna be with our dogs. So now we're gonna be a happy family today. So yes. But it's gonna be a good day. It's a good weekend. And it's a beautiful day too. The sun, it's beautiful weather. So California, I love it.
Anything to plug? Anything you got coming up? Any events? Anything like that?
I do want to mention August 12th in Las Vegas. It's going to be Pride Style Pro. They're going to be having an event in, like I mentioned, in Las Vegas. I'm still trying to, hopefully I can make it to the show. I really, 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 I'm trying to. I am sponsoring it. It's my first show that I sponsor, or I help sponsor. Let me correct that. I help sponsor. But I just posted the cards for Friday on my IG. So make sure you guys go check it out. I also have them tagged. So make sure you guys go ahead and follow them and all their upcoming shows. I'm super excited for that card. I really hope that I can make it. It's going to be a 1-day trip. So I'm going to be in Vegas for a day and coming back the next morning. So, but aside from that, I think that's pretty much it. I don't have nothing crazy going on. But make sure you guys follow me at Heal Liz, and make sure you guys also follow my YouTube channel.
Awesome. Well, enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your anniversary weekend. I hope you guys have a nice, relaxing Sunday and, all that good stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I am your host, Tony Twist. This has been ATW All Things Wrestling Podcast. Again, thank you, Miss Heal Liz, for joining us today. I think we have a guest lined up next week, so just stay tuned. We'll announce it on our Instagram page. As always, subscribe, like, share our YouTube channel. It's ATW All Things Wrestling. Check us out on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, at your neighbor's house, at your grandma's house, or whoever's got a computer or smartphone. Just check us out. That's going to do it for us today. It didn't get too crazy in our chat today, unlike last week. But I'm excited. I'm excited for WWE Monday Night Raw. I want to see what kind of surprises Triple H has planned next. So, and on that note, have yourself a wonderful Sunday. Join us next week, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm your host, Tony Twist, and we're out of here.